Alright, if you're telling me to reset this stuff now, I've got you, hook, line and sinker. Alright, if we get this run done, we will do... Yes, you do. There you go, Terminator themed. I've given you a theme already. If you're not feeling it, don't do it. You should only do something if you only enjoy doing it, you feel like doing it, or you feel like you're in the mood to do it. Don't do it because you feel like obligated to. I know you said to do it like once a day, but the concept of you doing the drawing is for fun, right? Right. I think that was maybe on par. You think so? I mean, we can incorporate that, that's not a problem. Okay, that was a bit thingy, but not enough to call. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Alright, we'll take that. Sensei Mayoko has told me. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Alright. this mission. This mission, honestly. That's fine, I don't care about getting hit there. my time. Okay, that wasn't that great. I admit that. Yes, Sensei.
Defense Grid 4 online.
Nope.
Identify human and terminate. Termination imminent. Checkpoint. Grid 4 color confirmed. Deploy HK. Confirm termination.
I'm trying to make up for it here.
Termination negative. Failsafe. Deploy some checkpoint. Deflected pulse activated. Checkpoint. Warning. Warning. Warning.
I mean, it's always nice to know, but also sometimes it's nice to just not manage a timer. But I agree, it would be more practical now that we're tuned down to seconds and 2 years to Japanese questions. I know none. I know none. No questions. I know no Japanese. Questions equal lessons. No need to say sorry. Michael, you never have to apologise in here. Yes, and can I still do them segmented? I don't know if you can save the process you're at, in all honesty.
Checkpoint.
We took the safer jump there.
Checkpoint.
Alright, well I think this is, I think that issue was pretty quick. Comparison. Didn't want that. It's weaker. No, they do not. Well, in this run here, because it's this is the thing about easy difficulties, it actually changes the run compared to harder ones, because you then have to know which enemies you can freely pass through. There's always an alternative aspect to take into consideration for these things. Is it truck chase now? Biker bar. You never watched Terminator 2? Come on, Project, you've watched Terminator 2. What are you teleported back? You can't be teleported or sent back in time with material stuff on him.
My customers, you goddamn freak.
Damn, come on, gangster.
Now on the day I was born, us all gathered round, and they gazed in wide wonder at the toy they had found. The head nurse spoke up, said leave this one alone. She could tell right away that I was bad to the bone.
That wasn't bad. I'm not sure on Alan. As Mayako said, we probably could do with some kind of indication. But we're blind. We're just feeling it out. So far, Sensei Mayako is in charge of resets. I don't think there's any way to really speed this up, except for make sure we hit every boost. We missed one. Nice, nice. I thought he was on Valorant. Wait, you give me whiplash. I thought he was on the Valorant like grind. You're as bad as me sometimes. That's fair then. That's fair. Why not just drag your cousin into Valorant? Ah, okay. He's quit Valorant? Why has he quit Valorant? What happened to him? That was a bit slower. Ah, okay. Fair. Apex was good. I just never could get into it properly. I think I'm past my days of oh, that was that was lucky. Was a bit slow in the uptake. You're 100% right there, Sensei. No, I enjoy FPS, but I prefer more FPSs like Borderlands. You are now. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. So I think it might have been a bit slower just by the wait for the camera. I probably should just run through the camera, ran towards him, get a shot, then tried to leg it through. But I don't know. Sensei, do we persevere? Wax on, wax off. I think so too. Hate it when the input's this. I said this before. If you hold the inputs before the level starts, it doesn't register that you're supposed to be going that direction. This one. Right then left. Yeah, I think the only thing we could have done with is just like taking the damage and walking through the shield guys. I think it would have been quicker instead of slide stuff, but I keep having myself on too low health by the time I get there. I think that would be one way to improve that time, but bar that, I'd say it was pretty good. That was pretty clean. Second phase was pretty clean. We've got the pre-fire in the right place there, I think. I think that's what you need to do to speed this one up, is pre-fire correctly. Come on. Also, it's best to stay with him instead of running off. There is also that. That's why I'm sticking in. So to be fair, the times I've ran off from them actually slows them down because they almost wait for you to come and guide them along. So there may be some things. I actually had a miss shot in there on the one where I was running across the thing, so that's may have been a little bit of a buffer of loss, but I don't think there's mass amounts. Alright, this is the last mission, folks. So, 1 for a PB, 2 for not a PB. Put your bets in now. 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Going for a 1, okay. You need a snack. I'll do the line of the. I was literally finishing in a second, babe. Check if it's going yet, does it? Project says hi, Miss Gorda. He says hi. 1.5. Okay, you're a half believe. Wow, projects. Wow. See how it is. We believe in love and the love. Alright. Fine. We'll see. Together. Right now. I might want to ruin it this time, because you can't see it. I quite like having the camera in here for the unveiling afterwards. I wouldn't say so, no. So in the first phase we try and shoot his arms off. We use all 5 grenades there to try and speed it up as well. Last one, you just... the grenades are too awkward there to throw, so it's like, yeah. What did we say he was aiming for? No, what did we say he was aiming for? Can remind me, what did we say the target was? I can just see the level of frustration on my face now. So our previous time was what? 23:53. We wanted sub what? I'll sort the light out later. I'll come down a set. Sub 20. No, we don't want sub 20. We're not in world record pace. 23:30. Okay, it's reasonable. We actually wanted sub 23. No. Oh, okay, Mario's going to tell me that I can. I need to clean up the biker bar. That's one of the ones I need to clean up the most, I think. All right. Thank you, projects. Okay, let's break down the levels then. Alright, you know what? Let me do this. Let me just bring up my current run and let's just check some time differences.